race number 1 of the season. 12 racers ahead of them. This is the first start. The green flag says we are all set to go. When the lights disappear, top right of your screen, will be underway. We are underway. Anupab, a nice smooth takeoff from Anupab Sarmoon. He will lead the way. In fact, he's just been overtaken by Yamamoto. And Anupab, it looked a smooth start, but in the end he was overtaken by Jerry Salem and Yamamoto right on his tail as well.
If it had to be the speed, but the race condition as well, it had to be 100% for them to win the race.
That's Reza Danica just going through as they come round the tricky left combination. Few looks back as we have a look at Vodapong Malawan. Here's the effort. He goes very, very wide as Andy. That just looked like a misjudgment.
Yes, it's a mistake by Andy Partey, but he's back racing and Jerry Salim now still leading with right now because the top 3 is quite far. In fact, very far in front of the second group. Is around 3.6 seconds. In fact, between Jerry Yamamoto and Anupab Sarmoon, with Yamamoto who is Koyama leading the group behind in the 4th place. So as you can see, it's a huge gap between them, and it's all up to Anupab Takahiro and Jerry Salim.
The race though, it is Jerry Salim. He has hands problems at the tail end of the field.
Well, with 8 laps to go, we know that Anupab has the speed. That he set the fastest time in this lap. His best lap is clearly faster than the 2 Hondas. But what can he do to get past Yamamoto and Jerry Salim? It's going to be difficult for him.
5 laps gone, no appreciable difference between 1, 2 and 3. Koyama, rather than getting closer to the front 3, is actually pulling further away. In fact, it's Reza Danica who's got ahead of Koyama into P number 4, but there's the gap between the front 3 as Yamamoto made a move there on Jerry Salim. Be going down to a keep half an eye on that finale further down Asia Production 250 race 1 of the season at the Johor Circuit in Johor Bahru, Patagudang to be precise, on the southern tip of Malaysia.
It's back to Jerry Salim right now in front. He just overtook Yamamoto. Between these 2 Honda riders, and Anupab Sarmoon again just following and then looking closely behind the 2 Hondas. And we saw how Yamaha was very good at dominating last year. They had the speed and then the control over the corner as well. But this time around, you see the Honda is the long straight line belongs to them. But we know Anupab Sarmoon is a good rider, and still he's waiting for the right moment.
Jerry Salim sweeps down the hill, sharp right, sharp left, and then they get ready for the 3rd right and coming up the hill towards the final straight for what will be the end of lap 7, or into lap 7. 7 laps completed.
There's 4 laps to go, and already now we have a gap between Jerry Salim and Yamamoto. And I believe he's half a second now between these 2. But the long straight line, the front straight line again. This is the time for Yamamoto to come close behind Jerry Salim.
That's interesting. That almost looked like a rehearsal for Jerry Salim, just to make sure he can put some distance between himself and his opponents. 0.301 between 1st and 2nd, another 0.186 between 2nd and 3rd. And then you've got to go back a full 5 seconds before we get Reza Danica Arens, which is a solid debut from the Indonesian, and he's well clear himself. Almost a second and a half clear of Andy Muhammad Fadli and Tomoyoshi Koyama.
Is either Anupab Sarmoon is now calculating his strategy, or the Yamaha looks like he's struggling, difficult for him to beat the 2 Honda. He comes straight line and also in the corners. As you can see, now making his move is Danica away from this group, away from from Arvin Sanjaya, Koyama, Pirapong Wadbunpang and Pirapong Bulan.
It's a game of chess at the top, about 150 kilometers an hour. This is the battle for P4 currently, for P5, sorry, because Danica is currently quite a long way away in 4th place.
Yes, Danica is 5.3 seconds before, behind the he's too far. I think with 3 laps to go, he's too far for Danica Aaron to have at least a chance to be on podium.
Arvind Sanjaya has made a move into P5 at the moment. The young Indonesia, Koyama, still involved in that little race, but I think Koyama might be just missing the extra grunt that he gets in the 600 cc's. Normally he can just sit on the tail of a leading group and just be part of the race, not here in the 250s, where he's a long way behind, but he is in that little group looking to try to get into P5. This is back at the front, and it's Jerry Salim still leading the way, 1 3/4 laps to go.
Jerry Salim still leading. Danica is reducing his gap, but still a good 6 seconds behind the top 3, so we can say that it's between these top 3 who will be the winner. And here comes Yamamoto making his move from the inside. Now is the turn of Yamamoto to lead this group.
It's all a case of getting yourself in perfect position coming into the final quarter lap of the race. Staying close. Anupam, interestingly, has just made that one move a couple of laps ago. After to sit in 3rd place behind the two Hondas.
That maybe was a trial for Anupam. How he can overtake these two Honda riders, and especially towards the end of the race, because that's where he will get his chance to make his move to be in front of these two. But as you know, this in Pasir Gudang we have a long straight line before the finishing line after the last corner. So it's really going to be side by side between these top 3, just like the underbone.
Yamamoto it is who leads the way coming up the hill into the long straight for the penultimate time. Down the hill, sharp right, sharp left. Ooh, a little bit of a nervy moment there for Jerry Salim. Just had to slam on the front brakes. It means Yamamoto can pull a couple of tyre lengths further clear. And Anupam is just sitting nicely in 3rd. Fascinating tactics from Anupam, but Yamamoto leads from Jerry Salim from Anupam.
We are coming, I think, to the final lap of the race. This is where we can see whether this is on part of the strategy by Anupam, or he is struggling to get past the two Honda riders. As you can see, Jerry Salim and Yamamoto now racing, and they are pushing, they're opening the track and pushing the bike in front.
At the tail end, we had a couple of accidents going round the first corner. We've got a man down.
I think that's Yamaha.
That looks like Pirapong. Pirapong, also a Minamimoto. They collided on the first corner. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. In the meantime, Jerry Salim has taken advantage of a little bit of front end speed and is ahead of Yamamoto. Anupam trying to hold on, but Jerry Salim looks like he's got the pace as they come up the hill for the last time.
Yes, it's Jerry Salim now in front, but look at Anupam Sarwan. He is trying his best. He's pushing his bike to get in front of the two Hondas, but it seems that the speed of the two Hondas, they are riding very well. Yamamoto and Jerry Salim controlling their bike. They look very, very comfortable, and Anupam Sarwan now maybe waiting any mistake made by the two Honda riders in front. So it is between Jerry Salim and Takehiro Yamamoto here in Pasir Gudang in race 1.
We're coming into the final areas here. Turn 9 and turn 10. Jerry Salim is leading in the green helmet. Turn 11, the left-hander, the sharp right-hander into the main straight, and Jerry Salim from Indonesia. Has he got the front line speed? Indeed he does. Yamamoto tries to get close, but Jerry Salim takes it from Yamamoto. Anupam in 3rd, and Reza Danica will come through in 4th on debut, but that's an excellent performance from the Indonesian on the Honda of Jerry Salim. Salim's winning time 2:20:52.279, 0.055 ahead of Yamamoto, but he was in control. Anupam a further half second down in 3rd. Reza Danica, good result for him, and Arvind Sanjaya both on debut. Pirapong in 6th, Koyama disappointing 7th, the Kawasaki of Andy Mohammed finally 8th. Galang Hendra Salim it is who will be top of the podium. As he said, he's won at 600cc and 250cc. We'll discuss the merits of that after the Indonesian national anthem.
We will now stand for the national anthem of
Jerry Salim, let's talk about the ability of this young fella, winning 600cc and 250cc. The two different classes are very, very different type of...
Last year he had a battle with the three Thai riders, Nakarind, Apiwat and Anupap, and this year is the turn of Jerry Salim to push him to the end.
Yeah, it's not got any easier for Yamamoto, has it? Jerry Salim come down from the 600s, but proving that he can be victorious. As you said, the trophy is held out by Tuan Haji Muhammad Fuad Haji Ridwan, the district governor of Johor Bahru, and the team award from Encik Saipul Rahman bin Ahmad, the honorary secretary to the Pasir Gudang Municipal Council of Johor. That's a big
Like and subscribe.